When Ford released the 2013 GT500, they very well may have released the ultimate Mustang. One of the many improvements you can find on that car is the massive brake system, and luckily the engineers at Ford Racing saw fit to release the M-2300-T GT500 brake upgrade kit. We're going to start on the front, show you just how easy it is to reduce your stopping distance and improve your braking performance. Front setup consists of massive 6-piston Brembo front calipers, a 15-inch Brembo front rotor, new pads, new lines, and new brake dust shields. Installation begins with raising your car in the air and supporting it with jack stands. Remove your wheel, loosen the brake hard line from the soft line, cap off the vehicle side of the hard line, remove the two 10mm bolts that retain the hose to the car and to the strut, remove the two 15mm bolts that retain the caliper to the spindle, and then remove the entire caliper and hose assembly from the car. Slide your rotor off the hub, slide your new rotor on the hub, grab your new brake caliper, slide it over the rotor, install your two 15mm retaining bolts using a little bit of blue Loctite or new bolts. Grab your new hose, install your two 10mm hose retaining bolts, one on the strut, one on the frame rail, and with the included banjo bolt, attach it to the new caliper and torque it to spec. Remove the main cross pin from your new caliper, slide your new pads into place, and reinstall the cross pin. Grab your tension spring, get it oriented in the proper way, slide one retaining pin into place, hold the other end down, and slide the other retaining pin into place. Pull your cap off and tighten down your hard line to the new soft line. Go ahead and bleed your brakes, starting with the inside bleeder first, then go to the outside bleeder, and then back to the inside bleeder. For the rear portion of the M-2300-T upgrade, you're going to get a GT500 specific rear caliper, a specific rear axle flange bracket, and a 13.8-inch rear rotor. You may already notice that we've got the Steeda upgrade on here already, so there's going to be a little variations, but I'm going to tell you what you need to do for your stock brakes and then show you how easy it is to go back together. Go ahead and lift the rear of your Mustang in the air, support it with jack stands, then remove the two panhard bar retaining bolts and take the panhard bar out of your Mustang. Remove the 10 rear end cover bolts, break the seal between the cover and the rear end, drain all the fluid, then remove the small cross pin retaining bolt. Then you can slide the cross pin out of the differential. On both sides, you're going to want to remove the parking brake cable retaining clip and then remove the parking brake cable from the caliper itself. From there, you can remove the two caliper to bracket retaining bolts and remove the caliper from the rotor. Slide both rotors off, remove the retaining bolt for the ABS sensors, and slide both ABS sensors out of the bracket. Take one axle and push it inward toward the center of the rear end till you expose the C-clip. Grab you a pair of needle nose pliers or a magnet and pull the C-clip off, then you can remove that axle. Repeat those steps for the other side. With the axles out of the car, you have full access to the caliper flange brackets. They're retained to the axle housing by 4 bolts. You can remove those 4 bolts on each side and discard those old flange brackets. Slide the new flange brackets into place, making sure that the machined face touches the machined face of the axle housing. Before you slide the bolts into place, don't hammer them in. There's a couple of threads in that bracket. You want to screw the bolts, each one of them, into place, and it actually holds the bolts in, keeps them from falling out whenever you're putting the bracket on the car. Take your speed nuts, start them on, tighten down all 4 of those retaining bolts. Slide your axles back into place, engage the C-clips, and pull the axles out toward the outside of the car to keep them in place. Put your cross pin back in and tighten down the retaining bolt. And reinstall the ABS sensors. Slide your new rotor into place. Grab your new caliper and bracket assembly and remove the caliper from the bracket. Slide the bracket into place and retain it to that flange bracket with the supplied 2 bolts. Slide your pads into place and you can slide your new caliper over your pads. Re-engage your parking brake cable and install the retaining clip. Do this on both sides. On one side, you'll want to remove the banjo bolt from the fluid hose from the old caliper and transfer that to the new caliper replacing the copper washers and torquing it to spec. Do this on both sides. Now you're ready to bleed the brakes. You'll want to start at the right rear, then the left rear. The bleeding procedure is outlined in detail in the instructions. This is a great opportunity to grab one of our Lubelocker rear end gaskets. Completely reusable, doesn't require any silicone. Clean up your mating surfaces, tighten your rear end cover back down, fill the rear end with fluid, slide your panhard bar back in place, tighten it down, reattach your wheels, lower the car. You're ready for a test drive. And there you have it. For just a few hours of your time in your own garage, you can have the awesome braking performance of the 2013 and 14 GT500. Now, if you're a little fuzzy on some of the steps, don't worry, because the M-2300-T kit includes a 29-page instruction manual that covers step by step and gives you all the torque specs for every single nut and bolt. For you folks that have been around long enough to remember the Fox body heyday, the M-2300-T kit is the M-2300K kit of today. And you can get yours at latemodelrestoration.com.